Hey everybody! So today I want to talk to you about how to use this particular type of dry shampoo bottle. This one is kind of like the closest thing you can get to a spray bottle, but for natural dry shampoos. Most dry shampoos you'll see in the store come in this aerosol can, and it just sprays out like that. It's pretty toxic stuff. The first two ingredients is isobutane and propane. So the reason why they have propane and isobutane is to make it spray out like it does and come out in a mist. And those are literally gasolines, the same type of gasoline that you use to drive your car. So it's really gross stuff. You don't want to be putting that in your hair. So the next best thing to a spray in a natural dry shampoo is this bottle. Some dry shampoos come in this type of bottle, which is like baby powder bottle, and you just kind of, slowly put it in the hair like that. But this one can be kind of tricky, so I am going to demonstrate on my beautiful, lovely Haley here on how to use this. So first things first is you turn the cap so that you see the little hole that it sprays out of. And then you want to give it a good shake. Actually, you probably want to keep the cap closed. Give it a good shake. Make sure it's kind of like broken up because the powder can clump together. You want to keep it stored in room temperature, not too cold, because it can clump the colder the weather. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it, and you'll see that if I just kind of spray lightly, a little tiny mist comes out, but that doesn't tend to be enough. Obviously on her head it might be enough, but on your head, if you want more, it probably won't be enough. Here's how you get more and what you're probably going to want on your head. Sorry guys, she was thirsty. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, so to first see and gauge like how much dry shampoo is going to come out of the bottle, I'm going to first test it on a brush, and you can do this too at home if you're afraid that you're going to get too much dry shampoo in your hair. And then you can take the dry shampoo that you sprayed into the brush and actually brush it into your hair. So then you're actually not wasting the dry shampoo, but using it. Okay, so I'm going to give it a good shake, and then I got to turn it upside down, and then you squeeze it kind of slow so you see how much is going to come out, and then all the way tight. You keep it all the way tight. And then while your hand is tight, you can see the insides of the bottle is practically touching. It's touching the powder, but it would be touching if there was no powder in there. And then you keep it squeezed, and then you do little pumps like that. So you give it a little bit of air, and then you pump. And if it seems like it's not coming out, give it a little bit more air, and then give it a good squeeze, but slowly, so you know that not too much is coming out. If you do it really fast, a huge burst and clump of the powder will come out on your head. So the key here is doing it slowly, squeezing it tight, and keeping it upside down. So now I'm going to show you how to do it on the hair. My beautiful daughter's hair. You don't want to stand up? You don't want to sit down, you mean? You want to stand up? Okay, you can stand up. Okay, so then you're going to part your hair into sections here. Still thirsty?
I'm super duper thirsty.
Okay, so you're going to part your hair into sections and do what I just showed you on the brush. So there you can see I gave it kind of a slow, gentle squeeze. She doesn't need a whole lot of dry shampoo for her hair because she's got a tiny little head. But then you take your fingers and you blend it.
High five.
Yeah, you blend it into your hair. And another great way to blend it is to use a kabuka brush and just blend it into the different parts of your head. This is great if you want volume in your hair. If you're not concerned about volume and you're just more concerned about less greasiness in your hair, then you can just spray it into your head and then brush it. And that blends the dry shampoo quite nicely into the roots of your hair and then all throughout the rest of your hair as well. Okay, so then you're going to take more parts of the head and you just keep on parting, and then you give it a shake if it's not coming out, and then a squeeze. And then you blend it into your head. Shake, squeeze. And then you keep it squeezed, and then you do little pulses to put little bits into your hair. So you see how it's still squeezed, and then I'm just doing little pulses to put bits into the hair. Okay, thank you for helping me. My model is ready to go get something to eat, so say bye.
Bye.
Okay, so like I said, it could be a bit tricky to use this, but way better option than spraying propane into your hair. So key things: give it a good shake, store it in room temperature so it doesn't get too clumpy, turn it upside down, and then give it a good slow tight squeeze, and then from there keep it squeezed and then pulse, and then slowly pulse so that you don't get too much out. If you want more out, then you can give it a harder, faster squeeze. So there you go. And then when you're done with it, you can just turn the lid back over and voila. So that's how you use these types of dry shampoo bottles. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that it helps you to use this. So these are the things that I found to work the best with using this type of bottle. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye.